So I recorded this yesterday while I was driving because I touched on something in yesterday's video that I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit more than just weight loss and weight gain and everything along those lines. You know what? I think that the conversation or the ability to speak more freely about COVID, not the pros and the cons or vaccinations or the political side of it or any of that. I think that there should be a bigger conversation about the mental health that people are suffering. And I say that, with a grain of salt because most people don't express their emotions. Very few people in this society live with their emotions on their sleeve or their heart on their sleeve. But I found that it's changed me a fair bit. It's been a creeping sort of feeling that's been going on. Ooh, I'm dusty from drywalling. It's been going on pretty much since 2020. We had 4 or 5 guys in 2020 and doing plumbing and duct cleaning, in a couple of companies that do home services. And I had some good guys, and they're generationally different. They're younger than I am. One of them was in his early 30s. The other one was in his early 20s. And make no mistake, like they were suffering in their own way by the end of 2020 and going into 2021. And I even had some older guys that were my generation and one guy that was older than me, and none of us talked about it. It was the unwritten or unspoken kind of conversation that we were all having with people that we didn't know in regards to, have you got COVID? Have you been vaccinated? Blah, blah, blah. In my business, you tend to talk to your clients just to make conversation while you're doing something. But we never actually talked about it together. Like, I never talked to my guys about COVID. None of us had time off because we are essential services. Plumbing, heating, unfortunately falls under essential services. So we didn't take a break. We didn't take any downtime, which, in hindsight, even a mental health day once a week or once every couple of weeks probably would have mitigated a lot of the issues that I'm feeling right now. It's I was saying to my mom, it's not the government and it's not the people, it's that we've never experienced a pandemic like this. Whether it's a pandemic or not, or whether it's fictional or not, I'm not going to get into the whole whatever. There's so many people that are so polarized about what this is, but for the sake of argument, let's call it a pandemic. The government, whether it's been provincial or state or Canadian-wide, the federal government, they've never been in this position before. And, it's easy to point the finger at people when they make mistakes, but this isn't something that any of them really trained for. They knew that pandemics had the ability to happen, and there was the swine flu and avian flu and all of those ones. But to this level, I don't think that they were prepared for it, and I don't think that they really knew what they were doing. They were playing it by ear, as they went. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. I can't fault them for what's happened, but I think one of the things and one of the items that's been the hardest has been the information that's been coming has been, relatively lacking in any sort of direction other than wear masks, sanitize everything. Okay, then don't sanitize everything because COVID you can't catch from touching anything. And then you can catch it from touching something. And then everybody's sanitizing again. And even, even now I still see people spraying shit down after somebody touches it. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything, even though it probably doesn't do anything. Masks, whether they're right or wrong, I I still got caught COVID. My wife probably caught it from me, but I wear a mask in every house that I go into. Even if I'm 6 feet or more away from somebody, it's part of what we do in our company. Not to make masks right or to make masks wrong. It's just what we've promised our clients we would do. So in that sense, I still wore a mask. I still got COVID. Luckily for me, it was not serious. I lost my taste and my smell, which was shitty because I couldn't taste my coffee in the morning, but that is what it is. But the emotional side of it is something that we haven't addressed. And I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time this week, unfortunately, venting to you guys and starting a dialogue, starting a conversation, even if it's down in the comments below. I'll read them. I'll reply to them. I'm interested to know what people are thinking and how people are feeling. And if it's just me, maybe I'm just turning into a sissy boy and my emotions are getting way more of me than they should be. But I don't really feel that that's the case. I think this is a wider or bigger problem than what's going on just with me. So if you've got something to say, if you've got a comment, if you think I'm wrong, put it down below. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I know personally I am more emotional than I've ever been in my life. I feel worn out. I feel mentally fatigued. You know, I should be getting up normally at 6:30 in the morning, and I drag my ass out of bed at almost 8 o'clock, and that's not me. Like, I've never done that. So I know that there is something going on, and I just, you know what, I just want to talk about it. I want to get a conversation going about it to make sure that mentally I'm going to be okay. And if you've got problems, that maybe we can chat about it or comment about it or get it out in the open. So I don't know. This is all new to me. I would have never have done this before COVID. I would have never have whinged about feeling sad or upset or fatigued or any of that. So anyway, subscribe, like, and share it. If you see it, share it, please. The more people that we can reach, or the more people that I can reach, the better it is, I think. So cheers. Have a great day and be safe.